How does a beloved NBA star, known for his charisma and talent, end up the victim of one of the most shocking crimes in sports history? Lorenzen Wright was living what many would call the American dream: fame, fortune, and a promising future. Yet in a heartbreaking twist, his life was cut short, leaving behind a mystery that would grip the nation for years. How could someone so admired meet such a tragic and brutal end? This case is not just a story of murder. It's a chilling tale of betrayal, greed, and unanswered questions. The discovery of Lorenzen's body in a secluded Memphis field sent shockwaves through the community, sparking an investigation that would uncover dark secrets, hidden motives, and twists no one saw coming. Who was behind this heinous act, and why did it take so long to bring them to justice? Stay with us as we unravel the haunting details of this case that shook the world. The rise of Lorenzen Wright. Wright was born on November 4, 1975, in Oxford, Mississippi. From a young age, his towering height and athletic build made it clear that he was destined for greatness on the basketball court. Wright played college basketball at the University of Memphis, where he quickly gained recognition for his skill and determination. His impressive college career earned him a spot in the 1996 NBA draft, where he was selected 7th overall by the Los Angeles Clippers. Wright's NBA career spanned 13 seasons, during which he played for several teams, including the Atlanta Hawks, Memphis Grizzlies, Sacramento Kings, and Cleveland Cavaliers. Known for his rebounding ability and defensive skills, he was a fan favorite, particularly in Memphis, where he became a beloved hometown hero. Despite his success on the court, Wright's life off the court was far from perfect. While Lorenzen's career was marked by achievements, his personal life was a different story. Financial troubles, a divorce, and other personal challenges began to take their toll. But nothing could have prepared anyone for the tragedy that would strike in the summer of 2010. The night Lorenzen disappeared. On the night of July 18, 2010, Lorenzen Wright's life took a tragic and mysterious turn. The former NBA player was last seen leaving the home of his ex-wife, Sherra Wright, in Collierville, Tennessee. At the time, he was carrying a box filled with drugs and money, a detail that immediately raised suspicions about the nature of his activities that night. Lorenzen, seemingly headed to meet someone, never made it back. What seemed like an ordinary evening spiraled into an unsettling chain of events that would ultimately unravel in the most shocking way. The mystery deepened as a frantic 911 call was made from Lorenzen's phone, capturing a chilling sound that would haunt his loved ones for years to come. The audio, though short, was harrowing. Gunshots were heard in the background before the call abruptly ended, leaving nothing but silence. Yet, despite the obvious signs of distress and imminent danger, the call was mishandled by emergency dispatchers, delaying any immediate action or response. The mismanagement of that call would prove to be a crucial error, potentially affecting the course of the investigation and prolonging the uncertainty surrounding Lorenzen's fate. Days turned into a nerve-wracking wait as Lorenzen's family, particularly his mother, Deborah Marion, grew more desperate. His absence wasn't just a case of someone temporarily going missing. His family knew something was terribly wrong. It wasn't until July 28, 2010, a full 10 days after Lorenzen's disappearance, that the authorities made a grim discovery. His body was found in a remote wooded area in southeast Memphis, and the details of the scene were haunting. Lorenzen had been shot multiple times, and everything pointed to the fact that his death wasn't a random act. It was a targeted, deliberate attack. The investigation would soon begin, but the road to justice would be long and fraught with shocking revelations. The investigation and the breakthrough. The investigation into Lorenzen Wright's murder began with a heavy sense of uncertainty. In the years following his death, the case seemed to stall. There were no arrests, no concrete leads, and no clear suspects. It was as though Lorenzen's murder had been swallowed up by the night, leaving behind only a string of unanswered questions. The community's hopes for justice faded as time passed, and the case seemed destined to remain unsolved. But as often happens in criminal investigations, a breakthrough came from the most unexpected place, a simple yet profound discovery that would alter the course of the investigation forever. In 2017, after years of painstaking efforts, investigators stumbled upon a crucial piece of evidence: the murder weapon. The gun, which had been discarded in a lake in Walnut, Mississippi, was retrieved, offering investigators a critical lead. The discovery of the weapon not only brought the case back into the spotlight, but also helped authorities identify new suspects. Among them were Lorenzen's ex-wife, Sherra Wright, and Billy Ray Turner, a deacon at Sherra's church. What seemed like a straightforward case of murder quickly began to reveal a far more sinister and calculated plot. A conspiracy driven by greed, revenge, and a desperate desire for money. The investigation soon uncovered the chilling details behind Sherra Wright's motives. She had taken out a $1 million life insurance policy on Lorenzen, a move that raised red flags. Prosecutors would later argue that Sherra's financial struggles had pushed her to view Lorenzen's death as the perfect solution to her problems. But what made the case even more disturbing was the revelation of her accomplice, Billy Ray Turner, who played the role of the hitman in this tragic plot. The shocking details of Sherra's involvement painted her as the mastermind behind Lorenzen's murder, while Turner's role as the executioner sealed the gruesome conspiracy. It was clear now that Lorenzen's death had been carefully planned and executed with cold precision, all for the sake of money and vengeance. The courtroom drama, the arrests of Sherra Wright and Billy Ray Turner, reignited public interest in the case. The trial was closely followed by the media as shocking revelations about the murder plot came to light. Prosecutors presented evidence that Sherra and Turner had meticulously planned Lorenzen's murder, luring him to the wooded area where he was ambushed and shot. Sherra initially pleaded not guilty, but later changed her plea to guilty in exchange for a reduced sentence. In 2019, she was sentenced to 30 years in prison for her role in the crime. Billy Ray Turner, however, maintained his innocence and faced a separate trial. In 2022, Turner was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. The courtroom drama provided some closure for Lorenzen's family, but it also raised questions about how someone so close to him could betray him in such a horrific way. The legacy of Lorenzen Wright's murder was a devastating loss for his family, friends, and fans. His death highlighted issues such as domestic violence, financial exploitation, and the challenges faced by professional athletes after retirement. Lorenzen's mother, Deborah Marion, has been a vocal advocate for justice, ensuring that her son's story is never forgotten. In the years since his death, Lorenzen's legacy has lived on through the Lorenzen Wright Foundation, which supports underprivileged youth and promotes gun violence awareness. While his life was tragically cut short, Lorenzen's impact continues to be felt in the Memphis community and beyond. The Lorenzen Wright murder case is a tragic reminder of how betrayal, greed, and violence can shatter lives. It's a story of a life filled with promise, stolen far too soon. As we reflect on Lorenzen's legacy, we're reminded of the importance of justice, accountability, and the enduring power of love and community. What are your thoughts on this heartbreaking case? Do you think justice was fully served? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more true crime stories that uncover the truth behind the headlines.